Are you in any pain? Talk about the strength you find every day.
I am. I'm in pain every day. Every day, and sometimes I have dystonia also that really doesn't always flare up for entire conversations, but it's almost like someone with a stutter maybe or a type of Tourette's. So things go in and out, and people don't always understand that. So there can be a lot of discrimination and confusion, I think, with people thinking I'm putting something on, and then I have a dog, and I just want a dog with me. And so there's a lot of tricky stuff, but the real fact is I really am in pain all the time. There's a stiffness that does not leave me. There's no amount of Botox I could get in my back and muscles or massage or anything that'll reach it. I don't feel to the touch, but I feel it inside. But I don't feel it when someone touches me.
Well, let's talk about where you are right now in your treatment of this, because you did decide to take a course of a stem cell transplant.
I did an entire HSCT, which is an autologous bone marrow transplant. So we harvested from my own bone marrow before I was exposed to many days of deep chemo.
How did you make that decision?
You know, it was funny because it was not presented. I've been advocating for myself for a long time, trying to find what was ailing me, why I was not able to keep up with anyone really my entire life. And it felt something other than my character. You know, it felt like I was being pulled and hurting, and it was, I had no trust for myself. So I'm taking everything, relieved to have this diagnosis. The doctors, you know, there's a real kind of curriculum that goes with just, you try the certain drugs, there's disease modifiers, and usually it works for people. But my flare had lasted so many years without remitting, and nothing worked, and they'd cause greater problems for me, or a PML titer was too high to try the new ones. So finally, when I'd run out of options of something to ever get this pain and flare and brain damage accruing down, Jennifer Gray saw something on social media where I was saying, you know, having a hard day or something when I started to be really vulnerable. And she got in touch with me. She came over. We weren't even friends. I mean, lovely acquaintances. And she nurtured me. And she had a friend who had a brother that had done a bone marrow transplant for a neurodegenerative disease, and it worked. And so they got me there to Dr. Burton Northwestern, and he said, let's try you on chemo. The day I went in, let's try a round of chemo now and see how it does. I was like, oh, no, the last thing I want. Oh, no, life force. And we did it, and I immediately felt better. I never felt better than when I was on chemo.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.